This is Marcel Brown delivering some technology history for December 17th and 18th. December 17th, 1903. Orville and Wilbur Wright make their famous first controlled and sustained flights with a heavier-than-air powered aircraft. Orville made the very first flight, which lasted about 12 seconds. 3 more flights were made that day by both brothers, with the most successful being the fourth and final flight, in which Wilbur flew for 59 seconds. The work done by the Wright brothers helped spawn the aviation industry. December 18th, 1987. Larry Wall releases version 1.0 of Perl, a general-purpose programming language very commonly used as a Unix scripting language. Perl became very popular on the early World Wide Web, commonly being used to program CGI scripts for web applications. Perl's flexibility and adaptability continues to make it a widely used programming language to this day. December 18th, 1998. The Warner Brothers motion picture You've Got Mail, starring Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, is released to theaters. While mostly known as a romantic comedy, the film was chock full of technology symbolism. Primarily, I find interesting that the movie's themes of business and technology was foreshadowing larger changes to come. Starting with the obvious, the film's title was the popular notification sound used by AOL for incoming email. This showed just how quickly the internet had become mainstream, with email and online dating starting to gain traction in the general population. At the time, AOL was the face of the internet to those just getting their feet wet. However, it also foreshadowed one of the biggest technology deals in history. Just a little over a year later, AOL would buy Warner Brothers' parent company, Time Warner, forming one of the largest media companies in history. However, the dot-com bubble burst and the merged companies never quite meshed. AOL was eventually spun off in 2009, having lost its status in a more tech-evolved society. Additionally, the main character's choice of technology was telling. Tom Hanks's character, the corporate businessman, used a Windows-based PC, an IBM no less, while Meg Ryan's character, the small bookshop owner, used a Macintosh PowerBook. The common thinking at the time was that Windows PCs were for business and Macintosh computers were for creative people. Of course, this was just a few years before the iPod was introduced and Apple revolutionized the technology industry in the 2000s. Apple is now the consumer face of technology, whereas Windows' heyday is now considered past even among many business professionals. The book industry was highlighted, with the movie's subplot exploring the struggle of small business against the expansion of large corporate chains. Yet in the span of about a decade after the movie was released, large corporate bookstores were on the defensive against upstart companies doing business on the internet. For context, in 1998, after just 3 years in business, Amazon.com had yet to turn a profit. Yet today, Borders is out of business. The rise of social media now gives small companies the ability to effectively market themselves directly to their customer base, giving them a way to compete with large corporations. All this in a relatively short time after a movie helped publicize a computer network. That's your technology history for today. For more, tune in tomorrow and visit my website, thisdayintechhistory.com.